guys, and welcome to the SCE experience. My goal as your event host is to not only rock your reception, but more importantly, give you the education on how to make this happen. So in this first video, which is probably the most important, I'm gonna break down the 5 key details that can make or break your wedding celebration. Now this one is a bit detailed, but it's vital into the day that you've invested into. And as your wedding DJ, I've seen it all. The good, the bad, and the unexpected. And trust me, these 5 details can take your wedding from just another party to an unforgettable experience for you and all your guests. So, let's get into it. Tip number 1, energy starts with you, the couple. Let's be real. The most important part of the wedding isn't the venue, the decor, or even the DJ. Shocking for me to say, I know. It's actually you. The couple sets a tone for the entire night. I've seen weddings thrive or struggle based on one key factor: how much the couple actually participates in the party. Now I get it. Not everyone's a dance floor pro, and that's totally fine. But even if you're out there just clapping along or vibing with your guests, your presence is what gets your crowd moving. Think about the best weddings you've been to. Was the couple on the dance floor having a blast? Most likely, yes. If you want your guests to party, you have to lead by example. Tip number 2, think about your audience, not just your inner circle. Every couple wants their wedding to reflect their style, but here's a big mistake I've seen: only catering to a small group of friends while ignoring the rest of your guests. One of the toughest weddings I've ever hosted, the couple insisted on nothing but club music all night long. I knew we were in for a long evening when the first 3 guests entered from cocktail hour with walkers, and 70% of their guests had gray hair. Now we can play any style of wedding that you'd like, and if you want us just to play for you and your wedding party, we'll do exactly just that. But if you want a packed dance floor with everyone out there, consider the mix of your crowd. A wedding shouldn't just be a personal playlist. It's an experience for everyone there. The best parties strike a balance, blending music between different generations and styles so that all your guests feel included and engaged. Tip number 3, a thoughtful timeline is everything. Timelines can make or break your party. One of the biggest mistakes I see, the front-loaded timeline, where all the formalities, including your introductions, your first dance, your parent dances, and your speech happen back to back, followed by all your courses, and then leaving 2.5 hours of the end of your wedding all to open dancing. Now this is very popular in South Jersey and Pennsylvania. On paper, this sounds great. Uninterrupted dancing time. But in reality, not many of your guests have the stamina to dance for 2.5 hours straight. Even worse, they've already been sitting for a half an hour to an hour for your ceremony, then an hour for your cocktail hour, then an hour and a half for introductions and dinner, and then after all that sitting, you expect them to just get up and party? This is why I traditionally recommend at least 30 minutes of dancing before dinner to wake your crowd up and set the tone. It gives me, as your event host, a chance to read the room and get a feel for what's going to make your dance floor explode later in the evening. Tip number 4, provide the right music the right way. Music is the heart of your celebration. Your playlist helps me shape the night, and while I love the creative freedom, I also love knowing what you love. Here's my advice. Create a Play If Possible playlist on Spotify or Apple Music. Now, I've had couples whom have given me 5 songs, and I've also had couples whom have given me 500 songs. A list of 100 to 150 songs is the sweet spot from my best weddings play if possible list. It's enough for me to understand your vibe without feeling too restrictive. In addition, include a must playlist. Now, my best weddings keep that to 10 songs max, and also a do not playlist, which my best weddings keep that to 5 songs max. Why the limits? Because my job is to craft an energy flow, and if I'm just checking off a song list, it takes away from the magic of reading your crowd and keeping the night moving seamlessly. Tip number 5, the DJ location matters more than you think. This one is huge. Where the DJ sets up in a room directly impacts the energy of your evening. The absolute worst placement, off to the corner, or even worse, on a raised landing far away from the dance floor. Some venues, like the Tides in North Halden or the Carriage House in Galloway, have these separate setups that keep the DJ removed from the action. Others, like the Mill in Spring Lake or Clark's Landing in Point Pleasant, place the DJ off to the side. But here's the deal. Your DJ should be the center stage at the front of your dance floor to fully engage with your crowd. One venue that does this perfectly, the Gramercy in Hazlitt, New Jersey. They actually prioritize entertainment by placing the couple slightly off center so that the DJ can take the focal point when it's time to party. Think about during a wedding, how often are guests staring at the couple's sweetheart table? Maybe for 15 minutes during speeches. But if the DJ is stuck to the side for the other 3 hours and 45 minutes, it just doesn't make sense. Venue placement matters, and the small tweaks can make a huge difference in how your celebration feels. Now, I'll be honest, some weddings have broken some of these rules and still turn out amazing. But after DJing hundreds of celebrations, I could tell you this. The best weddings that follow these 5 key details consistently deliver unforgettable experiences for couples and their guests. Your wedding is an investment, and my goal is to help you maximize that investment so that your guests leave saying, this was the best wedding they've been to. And if you follow these tips, I promise you, you'll set yourself up for an epic night of celebration, energy, and memories that will last a lifetime. I look forward to making that happen to you.